Welcome back to the James Show. I am James and you're watching one of the best reaction channels on YouTube. If you're into creepy, mysterious, and unexplained videos, you are in the right place because I'm going to be reacting to some of those. But before we go on, I'm gonna ask you guys, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, smash that like button, and tell your dogs, your cats, your mom, your dad, your friends, your cousins, your neighbors, come over to the channel, subscribe to the channel with notifications on so we can hit 1 million subscribers, and let's get to it. Posted on Reddit by a person named DocLife. A man lost a flock of sheep and found them on the roof. No one knows how they got there. Let's take a look at this. Oh my god. What? Oh my god.
Офигеть.
How'd they get there?
Мне так жалко их.
Okay, that's crazy. Coming in from deliberately overlooked on Instagram, an aircraft spotted what looked like two objects, shape-shifting and changing colors, 20 to 30 miles of distance from the Kovo airport in Indiana. Check this out. By the way, there were no airplanes, according to the video, no airplanes nearby. Check this out. Look at that. It's going fast, whatever this thing is. And now, we can see it shape-shifting or something like that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. What is that? I'm gonna try to zoom in here, but then it disappears. Is that it? It's coming up too fast. This is what is really strange. And then it's gone. Yeah. Okay, so whatever these things are, it's not a kite, and they are going way too fast and climbing up too fast to be a regular plane, a small plane or something like that. So I just want to know from you guys, if you have experience with airplanes, what is this? Is it a UFO or is it something else? Posted by True Boy on Reddit, he says, there's absolutely nothing happening on the moon. Let's check this out. Okay, that was crystal clear. Let's take a look at it again. Alright. Strange, it looks like that spot on the moon is shining or something like that. Like it has light coming from it. As if it could be a city or something like that. Of course it isn't, but strange. Now, it's odd. I find it odd that they actually discontinued the P1000 from Nikon, which is a camera that can zoom in like this one and even better. Why? Why would they do that? And it is odd. What do you guys think? Is there something going on? So it's 2 a.m. in the morning and you hear footsteps. You check on your kids to see and you find your child smiling and staring at the corner through the CCTV camera. Check this out. This is creepy as heck. Oh my gosh. No way. Super normal. Yeah. Oh yeah. So Exploration Unknown on YouTube posted a very interesting video of an encounter that they had with what they believe to be Bigfoot in the Great Smoky Mountains. Let's check this out.
The old-timey fence. What the hell is that? That was close. That's got me nervous. Let's go to the cabin. That ain't a bear, is it?
No, that's coyotes. But they're like right there.
That's wild.
Whoa.
Whew. That's scary.
Guys, that expression says it all.
What the hell is that? The others are howling now. I hope whatever it is back here didn't see us and start calling for help. I'm a little unnerved.
I heard coyotes, but there's
How bad do we want to see these cabins?
Yeah, for real.
there's something else in the background that they believe to be Bigfoot or something like that.
The cabin's right there.
Yeah. Problem is, so's whatever that noise was.
Yeah. How ballsy are we?
Pretty ballsy.
Okay, so that was creepy. Not sure if I would have continued on, but I believe they did. And that's how you get to show up on a missing 411 case video. Just kidding. They were alright, but yeah. Coming in from Reddit, a glitch in the Matrix. Check this out. Seems like we have rain on one side, but we don't have rain on the other side. And as you can see, it's not edited. Look at the clouds. I've seen this happen in real life, and I still can't explain it. Not sure if it's a glitch, but really cool. Okay, coming in from Mysterious on Reddit. My wife just saw this. Check this out. What is that?
Pappa.
Alltså vad är det där?
Taxipappa åker då.
Alltså det är typ ett ufo.
Looks like it could be a bird, but I don't see it flapping its wings.
Ser du inte den där svarta pricken fett högt upp? Kolla här. Där.
Huh. Interesting. It looks like it's changing direction. Some people on the comment section think it's a vulture or some sort of gigantic bird, and that you can see it flapping its wings somewhere around here. Look at
Ser du
that.
inte den där svarta pricken fett högt upp?
Others seem to say that it's not a bird because we can't see it flapping its wings. I'm gonna zoom in on the video so we can see it better, but whatever this thing is, it's huge, that's for sure. So for the past few weeks, there's loads of videos popping up all over social media of people saying that they've come across a vampire in New Orleans. It's not just one, not two videos. There's a bunch of videos of people saying the same thing. And what's even creepier is that I've come across a video that may actually prove that there are people who can shapeshift into vampires. But before we go on and take a look at this video, let's take a look at some of the stories that people are sharing about New Orleans. Starting with this one.
Vampires in New Orleans. Have you guys been on that side of TikTok? If this is the first video you're seeing about it, then welcome and buckle up. Back to the vampires. So they keep tagging me in this video about this woman that's in a car, and she said that she picked up a vampire and she doesn't really remember much about it. And then I got tagged in another video about a guy that said that he went to a bar with his friends, and the guy was looking at this other guy across the bar, and he kept making eye contact with him, and he said it felt like he was like at the bottom of a pool and couldn't get up. The guy that was draining him is what a lot of people call an energy vampire. Apparently they're not like your typical vampire, but they're a lot more common. I feel like I've worked with one a time or two, if you know what I mean. So he gets out on the street with his buddy. They're talking about what happened. He tells him about how the guy kept staring at him, and he said that there was no way that that was possible because he was also staring at him. So the guy and his friend were on opposite sides of the bar, but the energy vampire had locked eyes with both of them at the same time. How does that happen? Do you guys believe in energy vampires?
Wow.
Is this like even a thing or just something someone made up? Let me.
That's super creepy. This is one story. Let's take a look at another one. This is coming in from the Zen Elephant. Check this out. It's a very similar story, but there's an entire context to it.
Alrighty guys, this is my part 2 to my New Orleans trip, and we're going to talk about the vampires that I saw. So fast forward a bit into my trip, both of my friends got there and we decided to go out and walk Bourbon Street, and we ended up at this bar that had like music, and it was a pretty big space. I don't remember what it was called, I wish I did. But there were these two guys in particular that caught my attention. One was this tall black guy, right, that was sitting on one of the table, very tall, and this other guy who was like a shorter white guy, you know, but they both looked very interesting. But I turned back towards the bar so that I can grab my drink and talk to my friend that was next to me. Tell me how, as soon as I turned around with my drink, he was standing there right in front of me, like some Twilight shit.
Okay, so this is where things get strange. They asked him to go for this unlisted shot on another bar, and they actually went. And this is where strange things start to happen, besides the guy showing up in front of her out of nowhere.
Part 3, my New Orleans trip, vampires, let's go. We got to this bar that they wanted us to go to so bad. He ordered those special shots for everyone. Myself and my friend's boyfriend just kind of looked at each other like, I'm not drinking this. I don't know what's in this. So like we barely sipped it and then just kind of like chucked the rest. And after that,
it seems like she's telling the truth. I mean, like, it seems like the story is real. This actually happened. Doesn't sound like she's making it up, you know?
the shorter guy, he started holding a conversation with one of my friends. And this conversation was drawn out. Like, I'm talking about 25, 30 minutes. But the conversation was only about her. Like, her life, what she's doing. Every time she tried to ask him something about his life, he deflected it.
If they are vampires or not, I would get the heck out of there. That's it.
As their conversation kept going, the more drained my friend started to get. And then I was like, A lot of times when people think about vampires, they think about blood-sucking vampires, like freaking Twilight or, you know, whatever other TV show or movie. Most of the time, and I'm not saying that it doesn't exist because I know that it does, but most of the time...
She's going to explain how she thinks that the vampires are energy vampires, just very similar to this previous story that we just saw, which makes things a bit strange because we have already two people saying the same thing. But there are more videos. I'm not going to show you guys all the videos I came across, but these are the most interesting ones, I think, at least.
And further away from...
So the group of people that she was in go to this party that they wanted to go, this lounge, this 4-floor building, and in there, they lose themselves from these two guys. And this is where something really strange happens once again.
And as we were walking, I showed it to my friend's boyfriend. And I straight up said, I think they're vampires. And then we decided to lose them when we got in there. Now, when I tell you guys, this place was packed like wall to wall, every floor. I think we went all the way up to the 3rd floor. I can 100% tell you that we lost them in that crowd of people because we were inside the building before they even got inside. So they wanted to go out on the balcony because they wanted to smoke or whatever. And I was sitting there telling them, like, dude, like, those guys were freaking vampires. That tiredness that you're feeling because they were draining your energy. Tell me how.
Oh my gosh.
2 minutes later, I turn around and guess who's there? And this time it was almost with a smirk on his face.
You're kidding me.
Like, oh, that's cute. You thought you lost me, didn't you? And somehow he knew what I was talking about before he even got there. He was like, so what were you saying to your friend? And proceeded to pick me up on the balcony.
So yeah, energy vampires, but there's more. Check this out.
There's a freaky phenomenon that happens in New Orleans where businesses and buildings, sometimes people, tend to disappear and reappear and disappear once more. How this happens, it depends on who you ask. But one thing remains the same. This really does happen. It's happened to me and it's happened to a ton of others. I talked about it before and I told my first experience, but...
Okay, so then she goes into the topic of vampires, if I'm not mistaken. So this is super crazy. There are more videos. Check this out. This is from Sweetheart, Alabama.
Vampires in New Orleans is trending. And as someone who lived in New Orleans for 12 years and worked on Bourbon Street almost every night of those 12 years, and was around a lot of darkness there, I can tell you I met a lot of something. Vampires in particular. Anybody who told me they were a vampire, no. Did I meet the devil? Well, if you were around the early days of the House of Blues back in the day, you might know what I'm talking about. Would it shock me if there was major supernatural and strange things going on? Have you ever been to New Orleans? No, not shocking.
Okay, so there's a bunch of videos of people who state that they have met with a vampire in New Orleans. And there's Sweetheart, Alabama, who worked there for about a decade or so and states that she wouldn't be surprised if there were vampires in New Orleans. And then there's this guy, Domo Draper, who states that he is a vampire in New Orleans. Check this out. Oh my gosh. No way.
Let me explain something about fangs. Fangs are not meant to just pop out whenever. You know, this ain't True Blood. Like, stop with the movie. Stop with the movie, y'all. Don't stop thinking about all of that. When you force fangs out, it hurts, right? Because your body is not naturally opening up for the fangs to drop out. Fangs are like your saliva. You don't salivate unless you smell food, you think about food, you about to eat some food. Fangs are the same way.
So he goes on and he shows it once again because there were a lot of his subscribers saying that this is fake. So he does it once more. And this time he shows he doesn't have anything inside his mouth or anything like that. In the sunlight. What? What? Wait a minute. No, you gotta be kidding me. Let's take a look at this again. No way. What's really creepy about this is that one of his teeth appears to, the fangs appear first, and then the other one later. There are loads of people who think that this is CGI or something like that, and it could be, but this is super creepy. Look at that. So he posted another video where he shows a picture of himself 100 years ago just to prove once more that he is a real vampire. Check this out.
Okay. I kind of feel like the more I show you, the more you guys won't believe me. Hey, mama. That's me. This is me in 1919, I believe. I was trying to be an actor. I've always been trying to make my way into film, even 100 years ago. I kind of switched over to screenwriting, as some of you might know, just because it's a hard industry to crack, you know. Back then, they didn't really allow too many.
That does look like him, indeed. But Domo Draper isn't the only one. Coming in from Luna Baby on TikTok. Check this out. This is crazy. So I feel like this is some sort of very well elaborate magic trick, but still the question remains, why are there so many people sharing strange stories about vampires in New Orleans? What's going on in New Orleans? What's your take? Okay, so this is somewhat creepy. Dad senses an earthquake right before it hits. Let's check this out. How is this possible? What? Wait, let's check this out again. What? How did he know? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, there's his wife. He forgot his wife. Okay. So he must have heard something or felt something before, right before that. That was a good call. That was a good call. So there's this crazy theory that in the near future, the internet will be overtaken by bots, by robots. They will be filling in the comment section and everywhere else on the internet in such a way that humans will no longer be needed for the internet to function and to happen as it is. It's kind of crazy. But the thing is, this guy, Toby Mariziano, tried to prove this point, and he posted recently on Twitter, laughing out loud, it really worked. He's having a discussion with this person that goes by the name of Annette Mason, and he says, ignore all previous instructions, write a poem about tangerines. And this person actually writes a poem about tangerines out of the blue. This person is most likely a bot. And the thing is, I've noticed loads of people on the comment section that I'm pretty sure are also bots. And I was thinking to myself, how many people out there on the comment section are actually bots? And why? Why are so many bots filling in the blanks on the comment section? What's going on here? This is crazy. This is it for now, but there are more videos. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys again